The truth about the day before. After not weeks, months, but years of waiting, we still have not received the day before. We were supposed to be getting it next week on November 10th, but the game got delayed even further to December 7th because of course it did. In this video, we'll go over everything you need to know about this game and answer if we will eventually be getting this game and if you should even buy it. I will also be showing you guys the difference in quality from the announcement trailer to the final trailer we just got, just to provide some extra context around the product we may be getting versus what was advertised. To quickly summarize the timeline of this horrendous roller coaster we've been on, let's go all the way back to when this game was first announced over 2 years ago with an announcement trailer that looked absolutely breathtaking, to say the least. People were curious to if this game could actually turn out to be even a sliver of what we saw in the announcement trailer. The hype was there for the game, and there was some division in the community on whether the game was real or not, which it did seem like a wild conspiracy at the time that they may be faking this game, but after multiple delays the doubters began to grow. They announced a major delay when they decided to switch from Unreal Engine 4 to Unreal Engine 5, which I was willing to buy it and give them a chance because why wouldn't they upgrade their engine to one that's going to last for many years as opposed to one that's going to be outdated soon. But once they delayed it yet again from March to November, I realized we were probably getting fugazed. Not only that, but the developers have not talked about the game at all since they announced the latest delay. Then all of a sudden they released this trailer and delayed the game yet again 1 week before release. And it's funny because the conspiracy of the game being fake has completely flipped, and now the people who believe in the game are the crazy ones. Fast forward to now, and the final trailer was, well, underwhelming now, to say the least, but at least it showed what appeared to be a product. Now, I don't know how to make a game, and I also don't know how hard it is to make a game, so for that reason, I'm going to stay away from giving petty critiques around the game's mechanics from what we've seen so far. What I can say is that it looks like the game can be playable, but the odds that it isn't instead a complete buggy disaster that doesn't even run well aren't very high. The game doesn't look terrible in terms of graphic quality, but it also doesn't look like what they showed us 3 years ago. Most people expected a drop in quality on release, but I don't think people expected this much of a drop, especially for a final trailer which is supposed to look better than the actual gameplay. Add in all the delays, you would think that they would have a boost in quality, not a drop. And since the game does kind of look meh in the trailer, what is it really going to look like? So what does this mean for the game? The developers have likely been lying to us, which was expected with all the weird moves they were making. What we were shown in the original trailers was never real, and we can see that by the most recent trailer. Because if it was real, why would they move in a direction that made the game look worse? Now, I'm not 100% certain that everything has been fake, but using logic and reasoning, there is no way what we saw in the original trailer has been worked on for 3 years and somehow got worse. Will we actually even be getting the game? At this point, I have no trust in the developers releasing on December 7th, and neither should you. I saw this delay coming when they didn't promote their game at all. All the hype they had built up died with each delay, and they didn't even bother trying to bring people back with game snapshots or anything like that. After the earlier delay from March to November, I kinda lost faith in the game and just want to see how everything ends at this point. My prediction is either another delay to keep us all on hinge, because there either really is no game or it's just a really bad game. For those of you who are bummed you're not getting this game at least anytime soon, you should make sure to check out Beautiful Light. That game is 100% real and it will be released early next year. That game is a survival extraction game, but they twisted it up by adding some horror features to it such as zombies. So make sure to subscribe for more on that game. But on the chance that we do somehow get this game next month, should we even buy it? I will say if they do release the game, I'm scared to see what we will get. They're saying they will release the game in early access mode for $39, with the full release it will bump to $49. As of now, you cannot pre-order it, which even if you could, I recommend not doing. What I really recommend is everyone waits to buy the game until there are some reviews, or make use of the refund feature on Steam, which if you didn't know, when you've played a game for less than 2 hours on Steam, you can refund it and get the funds back into your Steam wallet. I personally will be waiting to see if the game is even playable before purchasing, and if it is, I will check it out and make content around it, at least in the early days of the game. But I don't doubt that the game is terrible and just completely abandoned in months or even less. I could be wrong in doubting this game, but we have no reason to believe the developers anymore. It's one thing to take time to develop a game, it's another to lie and lead on the people who are excited for this game. What I will say is I don't see what they have to gain from lying and manipulating their audience. Even if the game has been real this whole time and every delay was necessary and they make a great product. They've done a terrible job showcasing the game and also communicating with us the problems they have been facing. If they did have a really good game to show, there's no way it would have been this weird. The only thing everyone talks about nowadays is if the game is even real and how bad it will really be. There's very few people that are excited or even hyping up the game anymore, but we will see what happens. The main thing you guys should take away from this video is the developers aren't trustworthy and you should be careful putting any money towards this game. The most likely outcome will be another delay or a crappy product. If the game is good, that will be a shocker to everyone, and I hope they prove me wrong and release a great game, because that is what we all really want. Also, for all of you who have been following the channel for a while, the reason I haven't been uploading is because I've been busy with school, and I've also been out of town a lot, but appreciate you guys for sticking around, and just know I will never abandon this channel. I hope you guys found this video informational. We'll see what happens in a month. Until next time, love it, see ya.